You ever have those days where your energy just feels off, like it has a mind of its own? Well, today we're going to dive into your body's amazing internal clock. Understanding this one thing could totally unlock a more natural, sustained energy for you. Let's get into it.
So, does this sound familiar? You do everything you're supposed to do, right? You get your 7, maybe 8 hours of sleep. But that alarm goes off in the morning and you feel like you've barely slept at all. Man, that is just such a frustrating way to start the day.
Or how about this one? You're fighting to keep your eyes open at your desk around, say, 3 p.m. But then, fast forward to 11 p.m., and suddenly your brain is wide awake, ready to solve all the world's problems. It just doesn't make any sense.
Really, it all boils down to this feeling of being disconnected from your own body. You feel like your energy levels are just completely out of tune with what you actually need to do all day. It's like you're fighting yourself just to get through it.
So, what if the problem isn't about how much you sleep, but when you sleep? This is where your circadian rhythm comes into play. And if it's out of alignment, well, that could be the real reason you're feeling so drained.
Okay, so what in the world is this internal clock anyway? Getting a handle on this is really the first step to getting your energy back and just feeling more in sync with your own body. To put it simply, your circadian rhythm is basically your body's internal 24-hour operating system. Think of it like a master clock located deep inside your brain. And for millennia, it's been fine-tuned to manage all of your body's essential background processes. It's pretty amazing.
And it controls so much more than just when you feel sleepy. This one rhythm dictates your sleep-wake cycles for sure, but it also manages the release of key hormones like cortisol to get you going in the morning and melatonin to help you wind down. It even influences your digestion, your body temperature, and your ability to focus. A really great way to think about it is to picture an orchestra. Your circadian rhythm is the conductor. And when that conductor's timing is off, the entire performance just falls apart. That's exactly why a misaligned rhythm can lead to fatigue, brain fog, and stress. Every single system in your body feels out of tune.
So, if our internal clock can get offbeat, how do we fix it? How do we reset it? Well, it turns out our bodies have a master switch, and that switch is light. It is the single most powerful signal we have for telling our body what time it is. But here's the thing, the effects of light are totally different depending on the time of day. Morning light is fantastic. It hits your eyes and sends a direct signal to your brain's master clock, triggering that healthy dose of cortisol to wake you up. Evening light, though, especially the blue light from our phones and screens, it does the exact opposite. It actually blocks your sleep hormone, melatonin, which basically tells your brain, hey, it's not time for bed yet. And that makes it so much harder to get that deep, restorative rest we all need.
Okay, so we get the science now, but how do we actually fix this? The good news is you don't have to completely overhaul your life. It's all about taking small, gentle steps to work with your body instead of constantly fighting against it.
So let's look at 5 really effective habits. First, getting some natural sunlight within an hour of waking up. This is probably the most powerful thing you can do to set your clock for the day. Second, try to have a consistent wake-up time. That really anchors your clock and keeps it stable. Third and fourth go together. Dim the lights and try to avoid screens before bed. This lets your body's natural melatonin do its job. And finally, eating dinner a bit earlier tells your digestive system it's time to wind down too. Seriously, if you're only going to start with one thing, make it your wake-up time. It is the most powerful anchor for your entire 24-hour cycle. Keeping that time consistent, even on weekends, more than anything else, that sets the rhythm for everything else that follows. And as you start making these little changes, you'll begin to notice what it actually feels like to live in your natural rhythm. It becomes less about forcing things and, more about just flowing with your body's own internal wisdom. And that right there is the key mindset shift. This is not about adding another strict, rigid rule to your life. It's about listening to your body. It's a fundamental act of kindness to yourself, of self-care, just giving your body the simple signals it needs to truly thrive. And the rewards? They're huge. When you start to respect your rhythm, you'll notice your sleep feels deeper, more restorative. Waking up becomes less of a struggle. Your energy during the day is more stable and reliable. Your stress levels can actually go down, and your overall health just naturally starts to improve. So I guess the biggest takeaway here is this. The solution to feeling tired isn't always about doing more or pushing harder. Sometimes it's actually about doing less.
Less fighting, less forcing, and simply aligning with the powerful, natural rhythm that's already inside of you.
And finally, just a quick reminder that everything here is for educational purposes. It's not a substitute for professional medical advice, so please make sure to talk to a healthcare provider for any personal health concerns you might have. Thanks so much for joining me.